Luke John Harrison here. Welcome to episode 124 of the Daily Boom. And this is Susie the cat, who is very hungry right now, but she actually plays a little part in today's video. So, I woke up last night with a little bit of anxiety. Now, from time to time this happens. It used to happen a lot more frequently. Quite infrequent now, but it still happens. I keep having this reoccurring dream that I lose me cats. I have two cats, Susie, this one right here, or Mimi as well. And I have these weird scenarios where I can't find them. And I'm scrambling around trying to find them, and I'm struggling. Last night, me and my mate got taken by terrorists, and then we were in this house somewhere and they had this cat sanctuary and I couldn't find it. It was just weird, it was bonkers. But you know, you don't know what's going on in your brain a lot of the time. And so I was kind of thinking, like, I've woke up frequently over the past few years in like starts of anxiety. And one of the only really recurring dreams I have is losing the cats. And I guess to me, I always try to think, right, what could that mean? Yeah, because sometimes we like have, dreams about your teeth falling out, etc. All that stuff. Is it insecurity, whatever? But personally, for me, I believe that anxiety comes a lot from passionate people. Because I've been guilty of overthinking a lot. But with the whole anxiety thing, I think that if it stems from a passion a lot of the time. Like, we're passionate about doing something or passionate about feeling about something. And it stems from there. Personally, I think if we can overthink and become anxious about a particular subject, imagine if we could channel that energy into some more creativity or channel that energy into actually pushing us forward. I'm very, very, very passionate about my cats. I absolutely adore them. I love them, if not too much. I imagine people with kids love their kids too much, I don't have kids. I'll not be having children. So, like, my animals are the love of my life. They are my babies, right? And I care for them deeply. And that thought is quite frightening, right? And I guess a lot of people may even kind of struggle with that thought of the thought of losing them in some way. But anxiety is a funny thing because there's so many people suffering with it now, but it's debilitating them. Whereas if you think about it, passion is one of those things which causes a whole host of emotions. There's nothing worse than those people who are fucking boring and they just live day to day, reading the paper. Did you hear about the weather? Did you see the news? You probably know somebody like that. There's nothing fucking worse than that. There's nothing worse than being in a relationship with somebody like that who's just mundane and boring. Yeah, they might be a nice person. It's nothing to do with being a horrible person. It's just there's no passion there. There's no fire. There's no excitement, right? And I always loved the phrase of fear is just excitement without the breath. It's just fear where you can't. It's just excitement where you can't breathe. And I think that's the same for anxiety. And maybe it's excitement in some form or another. Just you can't breathe, you can't quite focus it. But really, maybe it's passion masked. Think about it. Maybe it's just there's something bigger calling you, and it's just manifesting itself into something different, a different kind of thought. It's a nice way to think about it. I bet you've never thought about it like that. When we start to think about things a different way, we're able to accept them more. There's a lot of people suffer with anxiety and think it's a bad thing. It's not. It's a very common thing. It's more common than you know. But suffering with anxiety is something that may play out in people's lives all their lives. And some of the most successful people in the world have suffered from anxiety, depression, overwhelm, fear, procrastination, worry, all this stuff that manifests as certain different types of fear, if you will. But what they do is they are cool with that and they understand it's part of the process. And they understand that those feelings should not negate how they dictate their life, what they do day to day. Sometimes it will, but when you start to understand it more for what it is and that you are fully capable of getting through it, you can channel that energy better. So I didn't sleep too good last night. I was overwhelmed with the thoughts of losing the cats. But however, I'm choosing to let that story play out a different way in my head. I know I'm a passionate guy. Maybe I was just a little bit passionate about the cats last night. Think about these words. Share these words with anyone that needs to hear them. Peace out, my friends. Have a great, great day.